A minor update has gone live for Overwatch today, and these are the changes. There are buffs to Baptiste and Lucio, there's a new challenge skin for Symmetra, and there are some minor workshop updates and bug fixes. There's also a new feature that allows lobby owners to set a base latency for that lobby. Baptiste's window now spans 9 meters instead of 5. Good lord.
Let them up!
Lucio's had some input changes that should make him easier to pick up and probably a bit easier to use if you're really good with him. When you're holding space in a wall ride, releasing space will now just perform your jump, and pressing crouch will drop you off the wall without your jump boost. This is actually available as a setting on Lucio's page as wall jump on release. There's a lot of new workshop functionality that I can't tell you a whole lot about because it's quite complex. For the most part, we'll be getting better custom games. These are just tools and functionality to allow creators to create better games with more knobs and handles to tweak. The bug fixes for the game in this patch are mostly just visual stuff that was going wrong. There's now support for lobbies to have a minimum latency, and there is competitive no limits. I'm actually a big fan of the Symmetra Skin. I think it's pretty nice. It's hard to have a strong opinion about any of these changes except maybe the Baptiste buff. Blizzard are giving Baptiste buffs because his main double shield bunker comp isn't being played as much anymore, but it is making a slight comeback, perhaps in higher ranks. I'm not a huge fan of the philosophy behind giving Bap a buff just because the team comp that goes best around him isn't fantastic right now. It probably goes without saying that trying to up numbers on characters that aren't good in certain situations to make them good in all situations probably isn't the best approach. And this is coming from me, who plays Baptiste a lot. If they're not careful with the numbers they're tweaking, he'll end up being a must pick. No one wants a must pick in the game. The Bap main part of me wants this to just make sure Bap is in a good place, but I'm not exactly sure how that's going to play out. So yeah, I hope this is good, but we'll have to see. There's nothing wrong with the Lucio changes, helping players pick him up easier and also giving you more control over his movement when you're quite competent with him is just generally good across the board. And the logic of holding your space and then releasing it to jump off does, after you adjust to it, kind of make sense. Obviously, Blizzard's continuing on their path of polishing the game up before Overwatch 2. It's also particularly good to see that there are a lot of good features for the workshop coming through as well. I'm of the strong belief that the workshop's actually critical to the health and survival of the game moving forward, allowing the community to make their own modes and even solve a lot of your own problems for you is a really, really good idea, and involving the players who perhaps care most about the game into the process of creating new things for it is actually just a fantastic approach. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be talking about a developer update that Jeff Kaplan released quite recently in one of my next videos, and I've got quite a bit to unpack about the promised matchmaking changes, so stay tuned for that. And if you enjoyed this video or found it useful, please be sure to drop a like or subscribe because it really helps me out and it makes my day. So yeah, thanks.